Yowza, yowza, yowza. We are live. Shazam. Will, how are you? I think that's the first time I opened with a yowza, yowza, yowza.
I think so too. It's a first for everyone here at the LifterLMS pre-sales call. I'm doing all right. I'm just waking up. How are you doing, Kurt?
I've been awake for hours, Will. I'm old. Old people get up early. So, not good. Good. For those of you that are new to this, you're signing in, you're seeing this live, or you're watching the replay. My name is Kurt. I'm here with Will Middleton. We will be hosting this for the next hour or so. This is the pre-sales call. We'd like to talk about all things LifterLMS. So if you're shopping for a learning management system or want to build a membership-based website, we encourage you to check this out or ask your questions. Ask them live. Put your questions in the chat, and we can answer them for you. But we can do screen shares and look at all kinds of things along the way as well. In the meantime, go ahead and tell us who you are and where you're from. For instance, I'm from Hutchinson, Kansas. Will is from nowhere. He didn't put in his banner this morning. Where are you from today, Will?
I'm from Seattle today.
You're from where?
Seattle.
Seattle. Goodness gracious. All right. Well, Cindy's with us already. Cindy signed in early. She says she's here from Charleston, South Carolina, although today she's working in Florida. So I don't know where you're at in Florida, Cindy, but when I was corporately employed, I used to have to visit Florida often, very often. So Daytona, Orlando, Davie, Clearwater, those are all places that were on my frequent calendar. And then I think, isn't there like a St. Petersburg, Florida, I think also over on the Gulf side? I had to go there a couple of times too. So pretty familiar with Florida. And Charleston, my goodness, what a beautiful place to be from. Not like Seattle. Oh, Tampa. Tampa's nice. Tampa's right outside of Davie. It's going to be funny for you, but like when I went to Tampa, one of my gleaning moments, one of my coolest things, two cool things happened there. One was I was at the Audi training center and they had an R8 Cabriolet and they tossed me the keys and said, "Don't wreck it." And that was interesting because that's a really cool car. And then the other thing was I had an amazing meal at Carrabba's, an Italian chain restaurant. Who would have known? But you can order off menu there and get steak Brian, which is amazing.
Nice.
Will's putting in all kinds of cool things in chat here. So why don't you talk to me about what you got going on, Will?
Absolutely. And yeah, anyone joining us on the call, I got to put my words together now. Joining us on the call, feel free to let us know in the chat if you have any questions. And we'd be happy to address them. But if we don't have any questions coming in, we'll find questions on our Facebook and YouTube, etc. And one of the comments, how do I remove the add coupon from my checkout page? So LifterLMS has a coupon option on checkout pages for access plans for courses and memberships. In the back end of LifterLMS, you can create coupons, and I don't have my screen share up, but I can show that. And there is a way to remove it, but you do need to use a little bit of custom CSS, and where you add the CSS will change based on what theme you're using. So let me, in most cases, unless you're using like a child theme or you're using like a code snippets plugin. So let me jump to my demo site, share screen.
Jump around, everybody. Jump up, and get down. Jump, 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 jump. Sorry. I've been awake for hours, Will, for hours.
No, it's good. It's a good like wake up. So jumping into LifterLMS coupons here, you can create coupons inside Lifter with a bunch of features. And where people will add these coupon codes is on the checkout for a course page. So if I jump to my courses and I edit one of my courses, here it is. Here are my access plans. So we have a $500 one-time payment and we have course with membership. That's if you like buy the membership, you get access to the course. So I'm going to use this as an example. So if we go to the purchase link, I already have access to the course. All right, let's go back and kick me out of the course so we can see an example. So Arthur Wells needs to get booted out. Boom. Okay, so now we'll view the access plan now that I've been kicked out of the course. And here we go. So we have the terms of purchase, $500, and this is the have a coupon area that somebody would like to remove. And so let's see in the customizer, are there any options for me on this? Additional CSS. Usually I try to go to customize additional CSS, but maybe the proper way to do this is in a child theme. Oh, I'm using the Cadence theme. Okay, this will make it easy. So I'll go to additional CSS, and in the chat, we have the chat. Boom, that's the CSS. I can't actually copy it from here, so that's a predicament.
You want me to read it to you?
I can, I've got it on my clipboard still, so I can kind of break it up. Here we go. And so now if I jump back to here, that's the CSS I need. So you can see if I highlight and I delete that, it just makes that little piece disappear. And when you do CSS code, you always want to label it, give it a comment to say this removes LifterLMS checkout field for coupon, just to make it specific what you're doing, because when developers start to just add this stuff and they don't comment what this is, it's hard for other people to understand what's going on. So yeah, just type that in and it removes your coupon.
And I'll go on the record and say I'm not a CSS kind of person. I mess with it as I have to. Will is a lot more skilled at it than I am, but dude, you said it like out loud, like, oh, I'm in Cadence, this will be easy. And so it is. Like, I have so many sites built on Cadence. Astra has the ability to add that too at the Astra Pro level. And so knowing how to put that in, where to put it, and how it just kind of sweeps over your site and changes things is a really cool tool. So you've heard me say it before. If you've been here before, if you're new, then forgive me. But I'm just amazed at how many people think they need to customize each and every facet of a website. Like, because I'm an out of the box kind of person. I'm like, show me the tool, let me change the logo, does it work? And I'm like a function over beauty type of person. I can't tell you the last time that the appearance of a checkout page caused someone not to buy a product. So I get a little more blunt about it, but knowing how to change those things, if that's something you're pursuing, is a really great skill set. I've got a customer right now, Will. I think you know about that one, where we're redoing like WooCommerce product pages and checkout pages, and everything is being customized. I mean, to the point of I don't even think the original tools are recognizable, right?
Right.
But sometimes that's what people want.
I mean, to Kurt's point there, I mean, you can use WordPress and extend it and do large scale WordPress websites, but I think like you're almost at custom e-commerce territory when you end up investing like $10,000 to $15,000 in customizing what WooCommerce looks like. It's like, I don't know, you're still a little ways off of like having enough money to just build your own e-commerce system, but you're close. It's like,
but you're close.
It's like, well, why don't we just build our own e-commerce system that has our own cart, connects to Stripe, or does whatever, or like it takes them through the sales page process in WordPress, redirects them to Stripe, collects the payment, redirects them back to the website. Like that, custom development is not too far off of customizing a WooCommerce to the extreme, to the max. Yeah. Any way you want to cut it, any way you want to do it. But we do have a couple other comments, which is awesome coming in. We have a Facebook user. In the orders for monthly, you have the option to change the status of an order to pending cancellation. However, for an annual order, you can't do that. You should. You have to select cancel, and then after it refreshes, you can change the status back to enrolled, and they will have a pending cancellation option. There should be an option. If I go back over here, drop out of the CSS window, back to the back end of the website. I don't think I have any like manual orders I could simulate unless I just did it. Yeah, let's just do it. Okay, so let's go to the saving strategy course, or college planning is the one I was editing. I'm going to create a manual order and then run a test with Stripe, add new, annual pricing. This will be a $100 every year for all time. Save. Drop in to the purchase link when it updates. Okay. Cool. So this is my saved test visa. Buy now. Then jump to the back end of my site. So we should have an annual plan now for Arthur Wells on the college planning. Recurring order, lifetime access. Okay, cool. So yeah, we should be able to go to order status pending cancellation here. Update the order status, and that means when they're going to be enrolled right now, but they will get unenrolled when they not now, but when they need to pay at the next term here on access expiration. So pending cancellation should work as well for annual orders. If it doesn't for you, you might have some kind of specific scenario going on. So I'd recommend submitting a support ticket because pending cancellation should work for those. And then we had Donna in chat. Hey Donna, hey Will and Kurt. I'm here from, is that Northwest New Jersey? Kurt, you'd know those symbols better than I would.
Hey, forget about it.
I have a couple questions. I'm looking to add a funnel.
You're flying into Newark?
Oh, okay. Is that a place in New Jersey?
Yeah, the Newark Airport.
Okay.
Yeah, you can smell it when you get close.
I don't think I've ever been that close.
The Garden State.
But then looking to add a funnel builder to the site, but find most of them need WooCommerce. Saw a plugin that had been recommended in the past. Upsell plugin. The founder and creator of Upsell plugin had been in my Facebook DMs recently, and they're a great person who's got really smart product going on. I don't know if I could get a demo of Upsell plugin in the next like 30 seconds. But it's really cool, the features of this thing. And I don't remember if I've done a video on this before or not. But it does integrate very well with Lifter, and there's a pop-up on the website that locks me. How do I log in? Client login. Client login. Let's see. Okay, we've got login, so I'm logging in. And it works. I could download the plugin. There we go. My license key has expired. All right, so I can't get a copy of the plugin. So let's log out and see if the other LifterLMS profile has an access to the license. It doesn't. Okay, so I can't demo it, but it adds a few features. What was? Oh, it let me log in, but I can't.
What?
I can't get at it. I'm like, you're already logged in. Okay, well. So yeah, I can't demo it, but let me see if I can go to. I thought the founder sent me something like a zip file, maybe. I don't know. I want to demo this because what it does is it goes into your. I can't get into Facebook because I have an authentication app that I got to get through. I'm logged out of everything, so it adds stuff to your LifterLMS reporting. It adds to your LifterLMS backend, and it tells you statistics about like landing page hits and conversions. And it has an option for an abandoned cart email. If somebody happened to be logged into your website, they visit the checkout page for a course and then they leave. I know how I could get a copy of Upsell plugin. I can go to a client website and swipe it from there. That's what I can do.
I can swipe it.
But that's don't say the client website out loud as I type it into the browser. All right. But yeah, I'll work on that in the background, and we can do a demo of what the Upsell plugin is and what it does for LifterLMS. But yeah, Donna, you're right. A lot of those products that optimize sales funnel stuff do rely on WooCommerce. They're built on top of WooCommerce. They build them on top of like the most popular platform that they can get the most users from. So that's why it's just ubiquitous with that. But we can jump back to that question. I'll get a copy of it. And in the meantime, Adam Silver says hi.
Adam Silver had a question, actually. Did you see his question? Boom.
Oh, yeah.
You and I got to stop doing that. He hasn't run today. Should he go or skip a day? Adam, here's my 2 cents. Every time I don't want to do something or haven't done it and I convince myself to do it, it ends up being unbelievably rewarding. Doesn't matter if it's like, I don't feel like going to church today. I go to church, great message. I don't feel like going to the gym today. I go to the gym, great arm and chest day, right? It just seems to be that way. So whatever you force yourself to do or motivate yourself to do will be a winner. So my vote is to get the shoes on and go. Just hopefully not those ugly sneakers you sent me a picture of. I hate his. He sent me a picture of shoes, and I was like, "Those are some ugly shoes, bro." I want to talk about Donna's question a little bit more while you're working in the background. So hopefully that's okay, Will.
Yeah.
First things first. I know Donna outside of this pre-sales call, so I know her project. I know of her project. I also know that she's an avid mountain biker, so a bicyclist. I don't know if she's a mountain biker or just a bicyclist, because road, gravel, mountain, whatever. Doesn't matter. Keep pedaling, Donna. Keep pedaling. But when someone jumps on the pre-sales call and starts talking about funnels, people can instantly get confused because funnels is a term that is used ubiquitously all over the internet. And so there are email funnels, email sequences. So if you have Fluent CRM or Groundhog or Active Campaign, or I think even, does MailChimp do funnels, Will?
Yeah, they have like stories or something. I don't know what they call them.
Okay, well, let's skip MailChimp and go right to HubSpot because they do.
Yeah.
So a sequence of emails that are delayed or timed, and they might lead a customer to a purchase link or to a new product or to a new initiative that your business or organization is launching. And so that's an email funnel. That's an email sequence. And in a lot of cases, your email CRM tool can be that sales funnel. So it could have automations based on enrolling or unenrolling someone from a course, or enrolling or unenrolling somebody from a membership, or guiding someone to a purchase link to upsell a purchase. And so in a lot of cases, your CRM is your funnel tool in a lot of cases if you have an active CRM tool. But there's also the funnel side of it that is very much connected to a WooCommerce type cart, whether it's SureCart or WooCommerce or ThriveCart or any of these other things. And that's where, like Will had mentioned, an abandoned cart situation. So someone goes in, they put something in the cart, they go, I'm not sure, they sign out, right? And then there's a trigger that will go off and start a funnel tool through that cart that'll say, hey, you left something in your cart. Are you sure you meant to leave that in your cart? Hey, don't leave without checking out. And then there's all those things. And so I just wanted to make sure we touch that from both sides, Will.
Totally.
Will's like, shut up, dude. I'm trying to work in the background.
No, you're good. I'm just like half paying attention because I'm like trying to get to Facebook. I set up all this login security, and then I like clear my logins on my browser. I mean, you know this, Kurt. You're like, you got like 12 different accounts, and you got to log into this, log into that, get your phone out, do a backflip. And there's a lot of barriers.
Yeah. Oh, you've enabled two-factor authorization. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. Stop. What's happening? So yeah. As our agency grows more and more, it's and people are going to think I'm crazy, but I work out of a laptop most of the times, and I'm actually thinking about just getting a desktop that's like my desktop, like with no one else's crud in it, just mine. Let me work on my stuff without having someone else's stuff keep popping up in my screen. But yeah, let's see. I think Chris Lassiter jumped in on Facebook. He said in the orders for monthly. Oh, that's Chris. Yeah, you already covered that one. Pending cancellation. Yeah, so you got that one already.
Yeah, if there's something that's preventing you from taking an annual order, it's got to be something else, or maybe some weird situation going on. Yeah, there we go. So I found the upsell plugin website. I reset my password and got in. It's like one of those hacker movies where, you know, they have all the stuff up on screen, but it's really just me resetting my password, being like, my password doesn't have enough characters in it.
Pretty soon you'll be able to ask AI. You'll be like, hey, ChatGPT, pretend you are me. Send me the passwords I need for this, and they'll have it.
Yeah, that is really nice. Am I thinking of the? I saw the feature in the back end of WordPress. Oh, I'm looking at something else. That's not even the upsell plugin I was talking about. I was talking about abandoned carts for LifterLMS, which is another great plugin. Isn't that made by the same people? I don't know. Maybe it's not. And let's see. Upsell plugin. I could just go on to some more questions. This is going to take some work to cut into.
So you want me to move on? I can do that.
Yeah, we can move on.
Perfect. All right. So I think I put one in here. Yeah, I took this from one of my other ones. So the question was, is LifterLMS compatible with using VideoPress for placing videos into courses? Have you heard of VideoPress before?
No, I haven't.
So VideoPress, it says the finest videos for WordPress, right? The finest video for WordPress. And it talks about a video player and all of that kind of stuff. So here's something that I just want to cover with folks. You can embed video from any source into your LifterLMS course and lesson content. I feel like this question comes up a lot, but it's almost like it's undue, right? Remember, LifterLMS is built on top of WordPress. So all the flexibility and ownership and all of those benefits of working with WordPress apply to your LifterLMS, content management. But I do want to throw this other thing on top of it. While you might use VideoPress, and I think they've got a plan for $8 a month and one for like $10 a month and all those things, and it's it's a player that just kind of plays inside the website. You can embed that anywhere, but the features and benefits of a tool, say you wanted to have advanced videos from LifterLMS that made people watch to the end before they could complete the lesson, that's advanced videos with LifterLMS. So that's outside of VideoPress's features. So that means you would have to host your video on YouTube, Vimeo, or Wistia and able to leverage that tool, advanced videos. And so some of these questions become layered based on, your level of input or your level of buy-in with LifterLMS. So LifterLMS out of the box. I want to put videos in my lesson. Absolutely, put videos in your lesson. You can host those videos anywhere. You can be on bunny.net. I use a tool called Adillo. Other people use YouTube, Vimeo, Wistia. You can put them anywhere as long as you can get an embed code and put that in your page. Perfect. So if you want to use VideoPress, you absolutely can. When you decide that you want to have extra security features with your video, like I shouldn't say security, but user requirements with your videos, then you want to make sure that you are using YouTube, Vimeo, or Wistia. And so I think that's a fairly complete answer there.
Total. Yeah, it's a really complete answer. You can embed anything in Lifter, but then our integrations only work with certain things. You could also reach out to Lifter and say, hey, will you integrate with this for video hosting? There has to be some demand behind it for the developers to and for the product team to decide the developers are going to do that. But if there's a bunch of people who say, I want this for advanced videos, then they might do it.
Yeah, I got another one that popped up out of my support.
Nice. Are my customers able to add multiple courses to a cart so they don't have to make separate purchases? It's a good one.
It is a good one. So right out of the box, let me just talk about Donna's favorite subject, WooCommerce. So if you do a WooCommerce integration, and our integration with WooCommerce comes with our Universe bundle, Infinity bundle, you can get it separately, all of that. So you can add WooCommerce. You can have the integration with WooCommerce through LifterLMS. And what that does is it allows you to create an honest to goodness, real shopping cart experience on your website. So if you want to sell, coffee mugs, water bottles, tapestries, posters, or pictures, or any of that deliverable type stuff in your website and sell courses, that is the answer, right? So then you would be able to build those products and do that. The other question is, what if I want to sell courses a la carte, but want my customer to be able to buy more than one at a time? Then I would say, get yourself a real shopping cart experience, and then you build a product. So You build a product for course A, and you tie that to course A's access plan. Course B, course B's access plan. Course C, course C's access plan. And then through that shopping cart, they can go, oh, I want course A, course B, course C, add it to cart, make that purchase, and then all those access plans get automated through WooCommerce integration. The other answer for this, without having to get WooCommerce or overcomplicate your stack, is just leverage memberships with LifterLMS. So if you have course A, course B, course C, you could create a membership that is like the VIP membership that gets access to all of our courses, and then auto enroll people by that membership into those 3 courses. So in that way, you're able to say, just with the native Lifter LMS payment gateway, you're able to say, hey, buy membership A and get access to courses A, B, and C. You could make membership B get access to courses A and C, and you could make membership C get access to courses A and B. I mean, you could play with that all day long if you wanted to, but it depends on the breadth of courses that you have and the amount of combinations you'd want to make, because you don't want to make things just hard to understand or make the purchase experience difficult. So I would say if you have a limited course selection and you're really just looking to offer a couple of examples, maybe leveraging that memberships tool inside Lifter is your answer. But if you have a lot of courses and a lot of diversity and you want people to be able to mix and match things up, then having a real shopping cart on your site and integrating that with Lifter would be the next step. And I keep saying WooCommerce, but SureCart integrates really well also, and also supports subscriptions.
Awesome.
Shazam.
Shazam. And while we do have a lot of people on the call, we have some other questions coming in, but I want to make some time to talk about the new LifterLMS products real quick. That just came out like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. If I share my screen window, share this one back to the LifterLMS demo site. LifterLMS released a few new products very recently. LifterLMS Notes, the Aircraft Page Builder, and the Advanced Coupons. In addition to the LifterLMS Zapier now being back functional, so you can use LifterLMS Zapier or LifterLMS with Zapier for integrating with all of your favorite 7,000 applications that are on Zapier. And so, quick demo of LifterLMS Notes. All you need to do is download and install that add-on. And I think it needs to be enabled in the integrations. So if we go to LifterLMS, maybe it doesn't. Looks like it might not. Let me just make sure it's installed in my plugins. And again, if you're an Infinity Bundle subscriber, you'll already have access to this, but it's also an advanced add-on that could be purchased individually on the store, but is included in the Infinity Bundle. Do I seriously not have it on here?
Seriously not have it on there?
I thought it was on the demo sites. Well, we'll talk about advanced coupons real quick. Advanced coupons goes to your LifterLMS orders coupons area, and it gives you some options that you didn't have before. Options like URL coupon, where you could create a URL that automatically applies a coupon, sends people to checkout, and then shows you some usage statistics about how much sales have been generated and how much has been discounted from that coupon usage. It also adds some additional restrictions where you can do geolocation restrictions to only allow certain coupons to be used within certain regions. So if you're doing localized sales, you can do that. You can also say that this coupon needs to be used with a minimum checkout amount, if it needs to be like a $500 access plan or more in order for this coupon to apply. And if it's a coupon that a user can use multiple times, if you have a bunch of courses on your website, you could limit them to maybe 2 uses per coupon per user. So there are some additional restrictions created in there in the background. If I go to lifterlms.com, I bet I have to log in. /wp-admin.
Now I gotta log in. Now I gotta log out.
I gotta log in. Then I don't think I have 2-factor with this because I'm not an admin. There we go. So I've got my downloads and notes. Lifter Notes. Download that. Jumping back to my demo site, go to plugins, add new. I'll throw LifterLMS Notes on here. Lifter Notes. Install now. The Notes one is really fun. This one I think people are going to find super useful because it allows all of your users on all of your courses to have a notebook basically for that course. So jumping to settings, integrations, make sure there's no integration I have to enable for that. Looks like there's not. So now, I mean, there should be. I have some options in the. Should have some options in the settings. Maybe I just missed it. LifterLMS. MailChimp. So this is like Dora the Explorer. It's like, do you see the notes extension in the list?
Ask the map. Ask the map. Ask the map. Ask the map. Ask the map.
Let's see if it just shows up on my courses. Should, but yeah, I don't see my.
There it is.
I don't see it. Lifter settings, integrations. Let's they move something. Do I need to like clear my cache? I could work on that in the background too. Like, why is this not here? It's not here. I thought last time we looked at this, it was under integrations. Unless I'm just.
What are we looking for again? Because I was looking up something else.
All good. I'm just checking for the LifterLMS notes. Maybe I need to update Lifter. That might be it. I might need a later version of Lifter to support that.
I
have a bunch of updates I need to do anyway, so let's go to settings. That's the only thing I could think of, is that it would be like something in an old version. There it is. Okay, notes. Very good. So let's enable the notes integration. So I guess you have to have a certain version of Lifter. Floating bottom, floating top. I'll do floating top. So with floating top, what that's going to do is put a little note icon on our course page for all courses by view course right there at the top, so I can take notes for the saving strategy course. These are my notes, ... And the nice thing about this is that it can go back to my notes, and that'll take me over to my dashboard page where I can see my notes for all of the courses I've been taking notes on and edit my notes, but I can also access the same note within any course or lesson inside of this course. So these are my notes for the saving strategy course. So no matter what lesson in this course I go to, I can access my notes. And then of course, the last add-on that was released recently was Aircraft. And Aircraft, I should also check if it's installed on this website. Go to plugins.
The Notes plugin for me is a game changer for all of these people that want to do hybrid training sites, people that want to do live courses or instructor-led situations. Having a space for students to take notes digitally and have it attached to the platform is a game changer.
Total game changer. It adds a lot of dimensionality to your course site and interactivity. So I'm going to install the Aircraft now. And so now that I have Aircraft installed, whenever I go to create a page or lesson, whenever I'm in the block editor in WordPress, it makes it a lot faster for me to jump from my plus button here straight to the patterns. And now I have a bunch of Aircraft options in here. And this is a bunch of pre-made templates that you can use to build out pages super fast. So if we want to do an about section, we want to throw in maybe a call to action, and then we want, maybe the hero should be on top. But we'll do a hero and then another call to action. And I'll reorder these here in a second. So I just built a few elements in a page. We can see it installs like a group, a bunch of grouped blocks, and then I can reorder these, right? So this one is the hero, should go on top. And then I want one of my call to actions to be not within it, but beneath it. There we go. So now I've got my hero section, I've got my call to action, and about call to action. And so I can swap out my content, and it makes it a lot faster to build. So those are the 3 add-ons LifterLMS released recently: advanced coupons, notes, and Aircraft. Sorry for the detour. I just thought we should throw in a promotional.
No, it's because it's all new stuff, and everyone's just getting used to it. So I've had some really good feedback on the notes thing so far. I haven't had any personal people get in touch with me directly about Aircraft. So I would encourage people that are new to trying this stuff out, if you play with it and you have some feedback, send it to me and Will. We'd love to hear what you've got to say.
Yeah, and I think real quick, to Donna's question from earlier about creating funnels and building funnels, I think you can use Pages and WordPress to manage a lot of your funnel activity. Like if you were doing upsells, something that people don't often think about is that in WordPress, we could say like, here's my sales page. And then when I have like a buy now button, This doesn't have to go to the checkout page. It could go to like an upsell page. So if I were to create a new page for, for simple terms, we'll call it upsell page. You might want to call it like client opportunity or something. I don't know, like opportunity to expand. But no thanks, just the course. And then for this buttons block, we would duplicate this. Yes, I'd like the upsell. So then what you would do is say, hey, here's a unique opportunity. ... And so like you just say like, hey, here's what I can upsell you to. And if they say no thanks, then send them to the purchase for just the course. And if they say yes, then send them to the purchase for the membership or whatever it is that you're trying to upsell them to. And then you can use this URL on your buy now button to link to the upsell page. So then before they buy, it creates the appearance of some kind of an upsell going on. So we view our sales page, we say buy now, then we say no thanks, I just want to buy the course, or yes, I'd like the upsell. And those link to the respective access plans.
I forgot I muted myself. I was like, wait, this is a one-time offer.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Well, you could do that. Yeah, wait, this is a one-time offer. You won't see this page again. And then you can put a big timer on there that's counting down for no reason.
Only 2 days left.
Yeah. There's only 20 minutes left. You caught us at the right time. But so you could do some really fun stuff with that. So creating funnels doesn't just have to be about adding a plugin that talks about funnels to your website. You could really think it into your business model. And then you could use things like Google Analytics or whatever metrics tools you have to track where people are falling off on your funnel, which one they're clicking on, hotspot detectors, etc.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to it.
Duplicate the good ones and get rid of the bad ones.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's A/B testing and stuff like, I'm sure there's like some kind of an A/B testing you could do with like link clicks. So you could like split 50-50 your traffic that clicks on different links and then tell which of your funnels convert more. If you have the orange button or the blue button, which one converts more? Probably the orange.
I like orange.
Yeah, I think that's like the highest converting color, but for buttons, call to action.
We almost clicked the same thing at the same time again.
Oh yeah, nice.
I was hesitating. So how often in your daily walk right now are you getting a request for this timer?
I don't know. We got the request last week. It does pop up like 1 or 2 times a week.
Yeah. I've had it just again yesterday, where someone's like, well, but of course I need a timer in my reporting. And I was like, well, but of course it's not part of the platform. So is there a way to have a worked log on a course or by a student member? Admin's really looking for that in order to, this one says to pay them for their time. I want a timestamp of how long they were on the course. So out of the box, there is a workaround. I just went through this with someone that is building a site that does the training for different courts. Like when a court mandates so many hours of domestic violence training or so many hours of animal cruelty training or something. If you use the LifterLMS advanced videos, you can remove the player controls and you can make it mandatory to watch the video to the end to get to the next lesson. And then hey, that video was 30 minutes. So there's 30 minutes on that lesson. And it'll track, obviously, the user's use of the course. And you have your documentation that says how long the training was. So that's one way out of the box that you can do it if you have video-based training. The other way, and I put a link down here in the notes already, I've got a couple of clients that are using this plugin, which maps the user by their username, their IP address, and everything they do on your website, which comes up in a separate report in the website that if you wanted to have developed or get in touch with someone at like Codable or reach out to maybe Will and have that added to your reporting, you could figure something like that out. And I'm sure there's other timer tools available. This is the one that I have a couple of clients that are working on right now. but there's not a lot of WordPress-based tools that actually enact a timer. There are some SaaS platforms that do it right out of the box, but then you don't get the freedom of, design and video hosting, and stuff like that you get with WordPress. So it's really kind of a hit or miss thing. If the timer is a must-have, this is one that's worth looking at. And then, like I said, you might want to customize for your use in your particular use case.
Yeah, for sure. And the timer feature has a lot of layers to it, like what people are looking for. Because it's like, do you want a timer that like restricts the mark complete button to be able to be completed for a certain number of time, or do you want the actual report of the time when they clicked into the lesson, clicked out of the lesson? And then certain people are like, oh, how do I prove they were there the whole time? Because it says they were on the lesson for 6 hours. It's like they probably walked away from their computer. There's a lot of layers to it and different solutions to those things. Yeah.
Which, dude, could take you into an H5P discussion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With H5P, you could build interactivity into the videos, so the video will pause until they click a link, click a button, answer a question, whatever interactive thing you put inside the video. And so then that they have to interact and participate with the video to get through it. So there's all kinds of things that you can, pack into an LMS site. Remember, you're in WordPress, so there's always 17 different ways to do something. You just have to kind of strategize which of those tools make sense, which of those tools are stable, meaning they're not going to go out of business and disappear on you in 6 months, and and what fits your use case. That's the cool thing. Lifter's awesome for putting in the content and managing the people, and payment gateways and some other things that we do. But don't forget, there's other third-party tools that can add features to your experience as well.
Absolutely. But yeah, the technicalities of like how you would track time on lesson. I did have that question come up this week too. I just told them like it's going to be custom development, and I don't know. I didn't think into tools too much, but basically it's like you track like that other plugin had when the page is hit, when the page is opened. So, write down the IP address and write down the what lesson they opened. And then when they leave the page, write down what page they went to, and then like create an event or like some kind of post or whatever in some custom reporting table or something. You can put it wherever in the database that says like, okay, a session has ended. And then basically it takes the time that they were on that lesson page and then when they left, and then just calls that the time they were on it, and then just stores that time they were on it in its own little, it does probably not its own table, but probably somewhere in some reporting table in the database, and then just pulls that into the reporting, which is a lot of work.
Oh, we didn't even, don't hate me, Will, I'm going to say it out loud. SCORM. If you have a SCORM-based content management author, if you have a learning author tool like Articulate 360, Captivate, one of those tools, that's going to initialize that tracking through your learning record store. This is supposed to be a beginner's call, so I'm using terms that people watching this probably don't even, it's right over the head. Corporate users will use a tool called SCORM, and SCORM creates a learning package that you embed in your LifterLMS website, and you use two different third-party tools, one to display the content and one to record the activities within the content. And SCORM would give you the ability to track people's time.
That's a good one. That's good out of the box. That's probably less work than the custom development. But then you have to turn your content into SCORM.
Exactly. And so when you start getting into, hey, what does this look like for SCORM? And oddly enough, that's something that Chris and I are going to be working on today, actually, is working on different SCORM samples for LifterLMS website kind of projects. We have a document. I'm going to put it into the chat right here. I'm just going to put Lifter resource and the link. Can you use SCORM inside your site? And I'll put that right up on the screen. But yeah, so you can. When I worked for, I'll just say it. When I worked for Suzuki, because there's no DNA there. when I worked for Suzuki, the time difference of having to use a course authoring software compared to just building something in the course builder for us, Will, is a 10x experience. I was explaining to my wife this morning as we sat and lovingly drank coffee on the sofa that I could make a course in LifterLMS in like 30 minutes. Like, here's the outline, here's the text, here's the videos, embed, done, half an hour, I got it up. As long as I have the content pre-made, I can get something going really quickly. If I'm working in like Articulate 360, it is having to go through the motions of setting up all of the different frames, all of the different actions, all of the different triggers, all of the different animations, and then exporting that thing as a zip file and then loading it up to Grassblade and LifterLMS. It turns into a whole day event, even if I have all the content ready. Now, other people might be faster than that, but that's about how long it takes me. And so when I look at that as being like literally a 10 to 16x experience to use that course authoring tool, if I'm paying somebody $100,000 a year to be a curriculum developer in my company, that to me is an exponential expense to get that timer. If the timer is the only feature I'm looking for, and my courses are that involved, it might not be financially feasible to go that route. But if you're already using SCORM, know that your answer's already been answered.
Awesome.
That was a long answer. I'm sorry. It was a long and confusing, convoluted answer.
No, it's all right. I'm excited for the SCORM content that y'all create, because there are a lot of questions about SCORM. I feel like people talk about like it's no longer a supported format, but there's still so many people using it. And I've been learning a lot about design this week. I mean, I'm always trying to like improve my design understanding. And so like, I did this whole layout of like, what's a 2006 design? What's a 2012 design, 2018 design, and 2024 design? Like what makes these 6-year eras distinct and how they're designed for like web design. And I came up with some really interesting, I mean, I just did the research. It's like, it's actually really fascinating and a lot easier to do those, to figure out what is like 2018, 2012 design. I think a lot of people are still attached to those older design styles, like they're attached to older e-learning formats like SCORM.
If you want to know what a classic 2012 design was, just look at one of my current designs.
Right, there's like circles with overlapping textures and things going on. Like geometrical shapes started to get introduced. And there was, what else was going on? Oh, fonts, like the font stylings was like, there was a lead font and a serif font. So like you'd have a big lead font and then a serif font going on.
Comic Sans, bro.
The Comic Sans, that's more of your 2003 to 2006 era.
Comic and Western was a big one for a while with people that thought they wanted to be fancy.
Yeah, so I think, and that Donna said in chat here, with funnels, you could do it with the CRM, but I want to add a course as a bonus to it and not do a membership. Yeah, so bonus course and membership, you'd have to use the upsell plugin for that. I don't think there's another way to be like, okay, you do 2 courses, 1 purchase. Otherwise, like you can save cards using Stripe. You could save the card. Like when I did my demo, like I had a test card saved on my website. So it's like a 1-click checkout for people to buy something else. But if you want to do it like as an upsell, you do have to use the upsell plugin for that.
Donna's got a great question. There you go. We would have clicked on the same thing again.
How do we access the new add-ons for Lifter? That's a great question. Stellar support. I was on the pricing page.
The price is wrong, Bob.
Let's see. This is it's a 50% off the first year. It says per, like this implies per year, but it's that's just how WooCommerce structures that. It's just the first year. But then
an asterisk.
Oh yeah. What is that asterisk lead to? All pricing is in US dollars. All renewals are at full price. Okay. That's cool. So I'm looking for those add-ons because I don't know exactly what bundle they're in. Design add-on aircraft builder is included in the universe bundle. So the aircraft one where you can like use the page builder thing, that is in the universe bundle. And then I guess the other 2, notes and coupons. So there's advanced coupons, and I think notes is down here. Those are both Infinity bundle add-ons, and I think the current LifterLMS pricing is like $300 a year for those. But then you can get them in the Infinity bundle, and then what are these individual add-ons priced at? I don't know. If I go to software, click on software, just looking at the price for the aircraft add-on, because I know the other ones are like $299 or $300 or something. Let me go to aircraft, or this would be.
And then the process for you, Donna, because I know that you're on the Infinity platform, is make sure that you've updated your LifterLMS. So make sure you're on the newest update. And then when you go to add-ons and more off of your menu, if they don't display, what you might want to do is delete your license key and then reinstall your license key, and that'll trigger that for you, and you'll see them go from learn more to download.
Nice. Please choose one or more product options. I'm on LifterLMS notes. I want a product option because there was a sale going on. So that's
$149.50.
$149.50. Let's see.
$149.50.
Can I not go to the cart?
Normally $299. I'm real shy, but I'll pay in any car for $299.
Lifter notes. Do it. Confirm resubmission. Press the reload button to submit the data. Buy now. Cool. Well, so those are on sale, $149 as individual add-ons. But then, it sounds like, Donna, you are already on the Infinity bundle, so you already have access.
Cindy hit the holy grail question for me today.
No, nice.
We can almost end on this question. It says, we have to use course design software. Lucky you, Cindy. We use Storyline and Rise. Lucky again, because we need a higher level of interactivity, like scenarios, drag and drop interactions, etc. Is there other ways to do these types of interactions with Lifter, WP plugins, and or page builders? Short answer, yes. That's it, folks. Come back next week. So yeah, there is. Will and I have explored using a tool called H5P, which is open source. And when you get into open source and H5P, the level of community and the level of building within that platform is pretty stinking huge. So if I'll grab the link to the H5P resource that we put up. We did a blog post on it last year, and it got a lot of traffic on it. People really seem to like it. But here it is. Add this powerful tool to your e-learning site to gain better interactivity. And so H5P I'm going to try and make this as the least confusing thing possible. You sign up for H5P, you add the H5P plugin to your website, and then it gives you access to literally hundreds of interactive tools, hundreds that you can embed into your lesson and course structure. And so each of those tools, each of those out of the hundreds, you download for use. So my favorite one is interactive videos. And I'll put resource for H5P here and put that into the chat so you can see it. It's a long link, but when you see it, you'll understand it's part of our blog. So you can get right into it. So let's say interactive videos. What that allows me to do then is upload a video and then using their editor, put in milestones inside the video where I want the video to pause and like answer this true or false question. When they answer the question, the video continues, or pause and fill in the blank, or pause and just put a message up, or while it's playing, put the message up. Like this video shows you how to install a tire on a car. Boom. Like, okay, shows me what I'm doing. And so you can add that level of interactivity on the videos. But remember, I said there's hundreds of examples of interactive tools. So there's flashcards, fill in the blank, match the pictures. I actually like the concentration picture match one, right? Where you could have 20 different pictures and 2 of each so that you could flip the cards and match them. I don't know why I like that so much. I used to do that when I was a kid with playing cards. So maybe that's it. But Cindy, there is a wealth of tools there. And so H5P is open source, meaning it's open to the public. It's free. You can add that to your website. You can start your own H5P account, and then you could literally go into the H5P website for resources and see what other people are doing to build. Because I understand the value of Articulate 360. I understand the value of Captivate in a corporate setting, especially when you want your whole course to come up on one page or one light box, and you want to play multiple lessons or multiple pathways inside that training window. Like, for instance, let's say I'm going to make a course about working on a boat. I might have, click here to work on the hull, click here to work on the engine, click here to work on the electrical, click here to work on, and then each one of those could open up into a series of lessons or pathways inside that course. And with SCORM, every time they close the window and go back in, it says, do you want to start where you left off? Which is part of why corporate people love SCORM, because it is old school, but it still feels new school in tech, right? But a license to that software is like $3,500 a year. So there are pluses and minuses to all of this. And I've already talked on this session about how much more development time it takes to make an Articulate product as compared to something that's native in WordPress. So I think if you have the option and you're able to explore other options, looking at H5P is a really cool way to go.
Yeah, H5P is super awesome budget solution. I guess if someone wanted to get started with SCORM because it's 2024 and that means now's the time to get started, what would you recommend they do, Kurt? Like, I think it sounds like H5P and GrassBlade are the current tools to get integrated with.
Oh, that's been the standard recommendation from Lifter for a long time. I've been with Lifter now. I want to say it's like I think I'm on the 8th year. I can't remember. It's been forever. But yeah, there was a thing called Tin Can XBI, which I remember was like 7 years ago. They did a webinar with Chris, and I started looking at that. There are SCORM players that you can download off the 60,000 plus plugin library on the WordPress repository. But the problem with those tools is they're not super common. They're not super well supported. They're a little glitchy. Some of them were expensive. Like, hey, you could play one SCORM package for free, but you're going to have to subscribe at a crazy rate for the rest. And I found that through all of these different tools, GrassBlade seemed to be the most stable. And I think forthright's the word I'm looking for. Like, I understood what I was buying and I knew what it was going to cost and I could budget for it accordingly. So there's the GrassBlade subscription, and then the integration with LifterLMS is free. And then if you need the reporting of SCORM, then you want the GrassBlade LRS, which again is a single site license. You subscribe to that, and then you integrate your site with that license for the reporting. That connects to your LifterLMS reporting directly in your dashboard.
Awesome. And with that, we're
top of the hour.
Top of the hour.
Today was a good one, and I want to give a special shout out to the people that put their comments in, because there's a lot of people watching today, but we only had a few that really jumped into the comments and asked questions. For those of you that are lurking, those of you that are curious but didn't ask, we encourage you to come back next week and ask. We love having the interactivity with our people in our community. Will, what's a good way for people to reach you?
I think the best way is just Googling Magic Will Middleton or Googling a LifterLMS tutorial, and you'll probably find me.
Perfect. And then I'm on LinkedIn. I'm the only Kurt Von Onen on LinkedIn. So if you connect with me on LinkedIn, chances are we will have a question. Oh, look at that. Richard Del O'Connor. We've seen him here before. Perfect. Folks, have yourself a wonderful time, and we will see you next week on the next pre-sales call.